Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up? It's your boy DCTWOCOOL back in for another video. Today we're going to talk about Dragonball Z Xenoverse. The new title coming for, well, it's not really next gen, it's current gen, PS4, Xbox One. And it's also coming to PS3 and 360. However, everybody knows the definitive version, that's a shot for you, Dr. Trey. The definitive version is coming to the PS4 and Xbox One, current gen. And let's talk about the graphics. The graphics look amazing. They look good. If you ask me, the models look a little bit off, just a little bit. If you look at the Goku model compared to other Goku models, he looks a little bit off. For some strange reason, I don't know, something's wrong with his face. I don't understand why. Maybe it's that new technology they have where you have people fighting and the faces deforming as they're getting beat up and, you know, getting pounded in, which is pretty freaking sweet. I'm not sure. Maybe that's the case. Maybe that's why it looks kind of a little different. I don't know. Don't get me wrong, it still looks great. I mean, it looks like Breath Limit, but touched up. You know, to the next level. You can definitely tell it's a PS4, Xbox One game. Next gen, Dragon Ball Z. Graphics look sweet. New story mode. It looks to be really, really cool. You have custom characters, original characters. Finally, in a true Dragon Ball Z game, like the Ultimate Tenkaichi Bull. You have different types that have been announced. You have Earthling, Majin, and Namekian type. Hopefully they add Alien type and Saiyan type, because Earthling being a Saiyan doesn't really make too much sense. It's like a quarter Saiyan or something like that. Alien type will be Frieza, Cooler, Cell, etc. I think that makes more sense than just to have Earthling, Namekian, and Majin. Which also is pretty cool is, depending on your created character's size or strength and the way the type of character that you pick will actually differ. So for example, they said Earthlings are really good at controlling their ki, while Majins have more hit points, which is pretty cool. It has diversity within the characters, so that way you're not just playing with clones. Also, if your character is a big dude such as Nappa or Broly style character, it will affect their speed. So the way how all this dichotomy is going to play out is going to be really interesting to see. Yeah, female Super Saiyans for the first time ever. Way overdue. About time. It's going to be epic. It's going to be sweet. Customizing the characters, the clothes, you know, the race, you know, the shade of the character. It's going to be pretty sweet. I'm hoping they have hundreds and hundreds of variations and types and be able to really truly make this a deep, immersive, creative character. This could be possibly the greatest Dragon Ball Z game of all time, arguably one of the greatest at least. You know, Tenkaichi 3, Budokai 3, yes, we all know and love those games, roster wise, gameplay wise. And they're talking about having a new hub, which is Toki Toki City, where it looks like from the screenshots, other created custom characters will be able to come together and, you know, talk, and I'm assuming, you know, talking with your actual people who are behind these characters, kind of like Final Fantasy 14 was. Everybody in the city is a real person, you know, MMO style. It has some real MMO RPG elements coming into play. Apparently Time Patrol Trunks will summon your created character with the Dragon Balls. He's going to test your strength, which I'm assuming will probably be a tutorial section of the game. And then he'll send you missions and you can intervene and interact with versions of Dragon Ball history, you know, Goku vs. Cell, you know, Goku versus Frieza, etc. You know, the androids, etc. I'm not sure how far that's going to go with the storyline. It's like we'll be able to only participate in boss battles or, you know, every fight. It's going to be interesting to see how they do it. If they can pull this off, it can be pretty sweet. We'll have to wait and see. They also talking about introducing, well, it's rumored or speculated, cooperative modes, because they show scans and screens of 4 players on the screen at the same time, which hopefully will be true, especially if you can do tag team moves, you know, such as Anarchy Reigns or Saga's had a good, you know, basis, but the game was terrible. But they had tag team moves like Double Command Man. That was pretty sweet. Again, only on somebody. That was pretty cool. So hopefully we'll see how they handle this. But Dimps is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, Dragon Ball Z developer. They put Dragon Ball Z games on the map with Budokai 1. And that game, to this day, is still the highest selling Dragon Ball Z game. So if anybody can do it, Dimps can do it. There's a beta coming. I think it's going to be Japan only, unfortunately. I really wish that was going to be a worldwide beta. I know it's gonna be a closed beta, from what I've heard, but I wish it was a worldwide beta, just open, test the servers, and really get this game as big and as smooth as possible with the online and everything. Because if you only doing it in Japan, that's only 1%. That's like nothing compared to the overall fan base. But that's mostly the good stuff. Now I have a few concerns about the game, and this one's a small nitpick. I'm gonna say it anyway. Yes, there's no hair flying. I'm sorry. I had to say it. I had to put it out there. You cannot replicate a Dragon Ball Z anime or any anime with all those finer details and stuff. And come on, Goku Super Saiyan, he's one of his big old Kamehameha. His clothes are flapping in the breeze, but his hair is just like stiff. Like, come on. When you finally get that right and give us that extra little detail, I'm really waiting for that. Okay, now powering up. There seems to be no powering up. At least they haven't shown powering up from the gameplay demos that they showed. This wouldn't be a new thing to not ever be in a Dragon Ball Z game, because Dimps actually didn't have power-ups and burst limit. And at first when I saw that, I was like, oh, no power-ups, this sucks. Burst limit is going to be that good. But actually, as you play the game, it actually wasn't too bad. And the game was phenomenal. It had a great fighting engine. The problem with that game was it lacked content. 25 characters, like 5 stages, that was terrible. But speaking of stages, hopefully they add all the stages, or at least majority. Like, I'm talking about at least like 35, 40 stages, like a nice double-digit number of stages. Hopefully, running with the characters. Goku's running now. The characters are running, and at first when I saw it, I was like, okay, well, this is gonna be kind of stupid. We always used to hover, Tenkaichi, obviously Budokai, that was more 2D playing. That was a little bit different. Even then, we had a little dash. But actually, after playing J-Stars and running and stuff with Goku, it actually isn't that bad. And it actually adds a new style of play, because they actually do run and stuff in the anime when they fight and everything. So actually, that actually isn't a bad thing. I thought about it. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, okay, why are you doing this? But I would like the option to hover or run as well as fly. Not just, okay, I gotta run and then I gotta fly. I want to be able to hover the way we used to, in the other games like Raging Blast 2 or Tenkaichi as well. Add as many elements and as many styles of play as possible. The 3D environments look a little bit wonky right now. I've seen gameplay and everything, and the 3D environments, either the levels or something look too small or too restricted or something. I don't know, but the 3D environments look a bit wonky. Dimps is not really known for doing 3D environments. They've done 2D games. Co-developers behind Street Fighter 4. They have kind of 3D-ish. Saint Seiya they made, and Dragon Ball Z, Budokai series, but not full on-scale 3D. This is a little bit different, so I'm a little worried about these things. Because they're kind of new to them, and there's new elements and stuff, and some things like Battle Z, like that Kaioken transformation they showed, that looked not very epic at all. It really didn't. I'm sorry. It looked too Battle Z-ish to me. That was very disappointing. So I don't know. I would love to see the hair flying and everything as he's powering up, and hopefully add power-ups, and when he's in Kaioken mode or Super Saiyan mode. Like, I just want to see those extra details. Naruto engine has it down the best. All that stuff happens when they're doing that stuff. I don't know why it's so hard for them to replicate these things in Dragon Ball Z. Don't get me wrong, Naruto will never touch Dragon Ball Z on an anime basis or a game basis, but they do get things right. The Dragon Ball Z still haven't got right to this day, and it's funny because it's the same the publisher. But yeah, that's mostly all I really have to say about the subject. Hope you guys enjoyed the rant. Subscribe down below, and I will catch you guys later.
How many subscribers do we need, Kakarot? Over 9,000!